What if one simple question could change your life forever? Manifesting your desires can transform your life, but understanding the process is key. In this video, I'll reveal the secret ingredient most people miss when manifesting. This one step could mean the difference between realizing your dreams and staying stuck. Hello, hola, welcome to your North Node. I'm Athena, your modern day priestess bestie, and I've spent the last 15 years studying various forms of energy work such as shamanism, metaphysics, angelolatry, Reiki, hoodoo, and more. And now I'm sharing all of those learnings with you so that you can get unstuck, get out of your own way, and live the life that you want on your terms. So, Sweet Pea, if you are in a place of transition, or you're seeking spiritual answers to discover your true self, then you're in the right place. Together, we will uncover clarity, purpose, and the power within you to navigate your journey. So, come, sit. Let me bend your ear for just a minute. So, just like in journalism, when you're asking the right questions, you're able to uncover a story's truth. There's also a tried and true method for manifesting. So in this video, we're going to explore the 5 W's of powerful manifesting: the who, what, when, where, why, and we can't leave out how. And so your discernment in truthfully answering these essential questions will allow you to unlock the secrets to bringing your dreams into reality if you implement them. So get ready to learn how to focus your energy and set clear intentions to manifest what you truly want. Now, we're going to start with who. The who is you, of course. I mean, there's a little more to it than that, but we'll get back to that later. Let's move on to the what. If you don't know what you want, how are you going to get it? Oftentimes, our desires are tangled up in a mishmash of what we think we want, the appearances we feel the need to maintain, and then it's our true desires. So sometimes when you get what you want, you find yourself disappointed because it's exactly what you asked for. But the feeling you thought that you would have once you received it is missing. Now, on the flip side of that, some of you guys, you know exactly how to get what you want. Okay. However, your idea of how it has to happen and the detail that you have on it to the nth degree of all of that hampers you from receiving. So magic takes the path of least resistance. So that means you need to allow room for modifications and unexpected blessings. Let's move on to when. If you have a large unexpected bill due in 3 months, then there's no way around that. You need it when you need it. But to the largest extent possible, try to have some flexibility in when the thing you are manifesting needs to come about. So notice that word flexibility again. And you may find that when what you want is delivered, it comes at a time when you can appreciate it differently than if you had received it at the time that you thought you wanted it. Okay, so all of that being said, it's still important to have a general idea of when you want or need something. And if you don't put any time frame on it, it will always be lingering out there in the future, somewhere almost there, but never actually in your reality. Nobody wants that. A loose time frame creates focus without stress, and that helps you draw in your desires into the present. Let's move on to how. How. We're going to take a moment and talk about the how. Now, the how isn't your job. If it was, you would have done it already. The how is up to source. You don't know what you don't know. Okay? You're not Doctor Strange with a way to see all of the possibilities in all of the multiverses. Source knows, though. Yes? So just let the universe do its thing and agree to be happily surprised with how it beautifully unfolds. You ain't gotta worry about that part. That's one less thing you got to do. Okay, coming up, why? Now, if you're using your life force to bend reality to your will, you better have a damn good reason why. The amount of energy or magic required could take weeks or months of planning and implementation. So if you're not clear on your why, the energy that you're infusing will begin to wane and the initial dream will kind of just fizzle. A strong internal why serves as an anchor, and that keeps your energy steady and keeps your dreams alive. The why should be personal and important to you. You are the only one who needs to understand why. This needs not be explained to anyone. So long as you are crystal clear, then you're gold. How do you feel when you think about the why? Does your why ignite strong emotions? Is it inspiring? Do you feel fed up? Strong emotions are good. If you find yourself saying, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have? Or, I always want it. Then the buy-in isn't strong enough and you gotta reevaluate. Is this an old dream that you thought you wanted and have since changed your mind on? And that's okay. So long as you are honest with yourself from a heart-centered, non-egoic perspective, then whatever your reasonings are for moving forward or for leaving that particular desire behind is perfectly okay. Your North Node is for you and you alone. So just follow that and you're going to be all right. Okay, here we go. Coming up on where and who. I told you we was going to come back to the who. Now, it may seem a little odd to have where and who together, but this is the part most people neglect to pay special attention to, and it either delays or stops their manifestation, or even worse, they get it and then they lose it. So just like your weight, you have a set thermostat for the person that you are now. So the question then becomes, who do I need to be when I get to where I'm going? And what parts of me do I need to shift, refine, or let go of to get there? All right, so look, let's say you're manifesting a house. Now, you're not too particular about whether you're leasing or owning at the moment, but you do know the neighborhood you want to live in. You know you want a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house with a garage and a screened-in porch. And you're not worried about the how because you know Spirit's got you. Now, here's the fly in the ointment. You're so busy, focused on that goal, on that reality, as you should be, and this is good. However, you need to take time to fully immerse yourself in who you will be once you're in the house. So think about that. Will you have to get up earlier to get to work? Is that going to mean a change in schools for the kids? Are the kids prepared for that type of change? Will it mean that you will have different spending habits? Will you socialize differently? Really think about who you are now and who you will be once you're in that house. So if you say, well, I'm going to be the same person, just because I'm changing my address doesn't mean I'm changing who I am, then you've completely missed the assignment. You've missed the assignment, baby. So it's not possible for you to be the same person in a new reality. All magic comes with a price. Okay? So something about you must change in order for you to make the leap to your desired timeline. Growth isn't a suggestion. It's mandatory. This shift in your mindset raises your internal thermostat so that you are ready to step into your new reality when it appears. You have to be prepared for your reality when it gets there. If not, it's like missing the bus. It's just going go right on by. Okay? So even without any conscious effort, our bodies are constantly generating new cells and shedding the old ones. So if you do manage to make it to your personal desired timeline without any personal transformation, because let's face it, some of you are better at shifting more quickly than others. I met a lady on a webinar for the Mystic Academy open enrollment class that I was doing last month. And she was talking about quantum jumping and timelines. And she was talking about how she's simply able to just jump realities whenever she says certain words. The problem is that there's always a cost to that, she shared with us. There's always something that happens. Everybody in her sphere of influence comes with her. But she finds that she's missing conversations, things that have happened and whatnot. So there's always some sort of cost. So like I was saying, if you do manage to make it to your desired timeline without personal change, you can guarantee there's going to be challenges waiting for you on the other side. Embodying that future version of yourself helps you step into that new reality with ease. So, you've got two options. You can either grow now or learn later. Personally, I always opt for growth over reactive learning when I can, because usually the lessons are on extra hard mode since you wanted to be grown and skip over the tutorial. So after you've gotten slapped around a few times, you gonna choose growth over reactive learning, or not. I mean, some of you like beating the final boss on extra hard mode, so go on ahead at it. Okay, so just to recap. To manifest powerfully, remember the 5 W's as your guide. Who puts you at the center of your journey? You put on your own oxygen mask first. It's all about you. What focuses on clarifying your true desires? And I want to back up on who real quick. I feel like I need to say this, especially for those of you who are parents. A lot of times we say as parents that we need to put the kids first. The kids come first. The kids come first. If you are working on yourself in alignment with your highest good, and you are working on yourself from a heart-centered perspective, then it is okay to put yourself first. And this is why. When you, children learn more from what you do than from what you say. They're watching you all the time. Even when you don't think they're watching you, they're watching you. So if you can role model a healthy relationship with yourself, if you can prioritize taking care of yourself, of loving yourself, of caring for yourself, of taking breaks when you need to take breaks, of setting boundaries, of deepening your spirituality, of living in Aini, right? If you can role model all of those things, if you can template those things for your children, that is the very best thing that you can do for them. As parents, it is okay to put ourselves first, because if we do not take care of ourselves, we will not be able to take care of our children. You are actually doing your children a disservice if you neglect to take care of yourself. I just felt like I needed to add that in there. Okay, so what focuses on clarifying your true desires? So you got to know what you want. You got to be super clear on that. When reminds you to set timelines, but to also stay flexible. On Airbnb, And I think on like Priceline and some of the other sites too. Oh yeah, like doesn't like Google Flights have it too? But there you can put in, okay, hey, I'm flying on this date, right? Or on Airbnb, hey, I want to stay on this date or whatnot. And then they'll say, well, exact dates are plus or minus 2 or 3 days. Sometimes you have flexibility in your schedule and you can say, okay, well, plus or minus, 2 or 3 days. Now, sometimes, you're on a tight schedule, you have PTO that you have to use at a certain time, or you're traveling for a specific purpose or whatever, and you don't have that flexibility, and that's fine. But when possible, be flexible about your timeline, if at all possible. The where and who together combo. Remember, that's asking you to embody the person that you'll be in your new reality. You need to be the person that you will be in your new reality now. And finally, why roots your intention in meaning, and that gives you the energy to stay committed. And then of course we know the how is up to source. So with these in mind, you're ready to bring your goals into focus and take steps toward your desired reality. Okay, sweet peas, now you have it. Those are the 5 W's of powerful manifesting. And what's nice about this is it's an orderly framework from which to organize your desires and bring them into reality. I want you to think of the 5 W's as guideposts. With this approach, you'll move forward confidently, knowing you're grounded in clarity and prepared for the reality that you're manifesting. Now, every step you take brings you closer to the future that you are intentionally creating. With this approach, you'll move forward confidently, knowing you're grounded in clarity and prepared to embrace and frolic in the reality you are manifesting. So every step, every decision, every action you take now in alignment with your intentions will bring you closer to the future you've dreamt of. And here's a little bonus. But what if you're having some difficulty in imagining who you will be when you get to where you want to be? Since this, in my opinion, is like the most important part of the entire formula, it's imperative for you to make future you your now you as soon as possible. So you can even call on the angels to help guide you to the wisdom you need to embrace your dream. I think like when iPhones and whatnot first came out, there was something like, there's an app for that. my latest thing lately is like, there's an angel for that. There's an angel for everything. Okay, so if you know your guardian angel's name, then start there. If you don't know your guardian angel's name, then you can start with Archangel Gabriel. Why? Among other things, he's in charge of intuition. There are other angels that, I could have picked. And if you have a relationship with one, then it's fine to go to that one. Just remember that the angels they're like a union, okay? They're highly organized. They have schedules and time zones, and it's a huge corporation. Right? So when you're thinking about working with the angels, you'd have to be very meticulous. And so they call that high magic. And so there's high magic and low magic. I think I'm going to do a video on that. Not that one is better than the other. You need both. That's like saying your upper and lower body. Like, would you chop off your legs just so you could have your upper body? I don't think so. So you need them both. So I think maybe I will do a video on that. But anyway, angel magic is high magic because it's very specific. And then low magic is more, you're in a hurry, you need to get things done now. That's like a broad overview. Well, maybe I won't do the video. There you go. That's everything you need to know in like 2 or 3 sentences. But anyway, back to Archangel Gabriel. Yes, if you don't have an angel that you work with, and don't say Archangel Michael. That's not the guy for this particular task. Okay, so skip that. But anyway, you can start with Archangel Gabriel. Okay, like I said, he's in charge of intuition. If you've never worked with him before, then you're going to want to call on him during his main office hours, which is on Monday. And during the first hour of sunrise is best. Okay, now and that's the first hour of sunrise, your local time. The angels know how to tell time. Yeah. If you miss that hour, then any time on Monday will also suffice. But I want you to think about this. If you've never spoken with Archangel Michael before, and he says, when you were in college, your college professor had office hours. If Archangel Michael says, yeah, my office hours is on Monday, I'm available Monday, but Monday, the first hour of sunrise is the best time to meet with me, and you've never met with him before, and you stroll in at the end of the day, not because there was something else going on, not because there was an emergency, not because your shift at work didn't allow you any other time than the last hour of the day, but simply because you didn't feel like getting up at sunrise to go make this meeting. First impressions, eh? Okay. You do you, boo. Anyway, like I said, anytime on Monday will suffice. So you're going to light a candle in either silver. And if you don't have silver, then you can use white. And then I want you to set aside some time to truly meditate. And you should treat this as an appointment where you are unable to be disturbed. And I want you to bring full respect and intention to the moment. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you looking up images of Archangel Gabriel, because they appear to you in a form that you can accept. So how someone else sees them might not be how you see them. What I want you to do is feel their energy. And this may take a minute. You might not feel anything at all. Okay? You might not sense anything at all. You might not see anything at all. That's okay. You still introduce yourself. Say who you are. Right? And then you're going to do this every day for the next week, until you are able to, when you sit down and you meditate on Archangel Gabriel, you're able to feel their presence, feel that energy, right? And then once you feel it or see it or hear it, then you know, okay, cool. I've got the right phone number. What else? And no, it doesn't have to be at sunrise on the rest of the days, just the first day. So on Monday, when you go to make your appointment with him you do your walk-in, when you do your walk-in appointment on Monday, then that's when you want to be there, first hour of sunrise. And then after that, just every day, you want to make it a habit to just sit there and meditate with him for a little bit. And then when you go back again on that following Monday, then you should be able to you should have some sense of his energy. Well, I'm saying his, but their energy, right? And then after that, it doesn't matter. Now it's like calling a friend, right? Like, oh, you don't have hours you can call your friend. Well, I hope not. Well, some of you might, but you thinking your friend, you pick up your phone, you call your friend. It's just that first meeting is where you have to have some sort of protocol and establishment. So when you're speaking with the angels, this is something I want you to remember, especially for those of you who came from structured religion, where, we were born in sin and whatnot. When you're speaking with the angels, I want you to remember you're not begging or pleading. You're not filthy. Okay, you are a powerful spiritual being in your own right, and you're merely having a consult with a colleague about a challenge that you are experiencing. Now, don't take this to the other end and be trite, because, oh, you'll find out. Okay, that's when you run into trouble. Treat this with the proper respect that it should have. But you also don't want to go there as, well, I'm just going to go there and I'm going to hold my head down and I'm going to hope. And no. You know what you want. And you're powerful in your own right. Angels got the macrocosm. You got your microcosm. Okay? So what you do is, once you establish contact, you're going to explain that you would like to have your intuition sharpened so that you are better able to understand yourself. And then you're also going to ask if there is a different angel you can work with that might be a better fit for that task, or if you and Archangel Gabriel can work on this together, and find out what the answer to that is. So you may be led to work with someone else, or maybe you and Archangel Gabriel can work on that together. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get together a series on angel magic, and especially on path working, so that it's a little bit easier to establish contact when you haven't established contact with an angel before, when you don't already have a personal relationship. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for sticking around to the end. And until we meet again, peace between us.